With my video essays, I generally try my best to find something interesting to say about the games I play. Whether it's pointing out deeper themes or simply trying to tell you the reasons why you should give something a shot, video games always have more stories to tell underneath the surface. Well, almost always. Wukong Sun Black Legend is what happens when you build a game in a cave with a box of scraps after Tony Stark is already dead. It's very obviously intended to capitalize on the combination of well-meaning grandparents and search engine optimization. Launching it on the Nintendo eShop the day after Christmas only confirms that theory. Launching the game for the first time plops you straight into a tutorial, where you learn the essential skills of moving side to side, jumping, and attacking. Completing the tutorial tells you, there are many other skills, figure it out in fighting. Did I mention the tutorial was completely silent? Because it was completely silent. Once it took me to the main menu, I went to the robust audio settings that allow you to turn the music and sound effects on or off. Much like the tutorial as a whole, hearing the music kick in just gives off 1997 Flash game vibes. With my settings adjusted, it was time to dive into the game proper. You control Sun Wukong as he moves side to side, jumps, and attacks.
Well, I don't know what I expected.
Shockingly, the final message of the tutorial was an outright lie. The many other skills I figured out in fighting consisted exclusively of one ranged attack. This certainly comes in handy when you're up against a whopping 5 enemy types for the entirety of the game, with the exception of boss fights. Look in wonder and awe as you battle your way through generic skeletons, generic goblins, generic dragons, generic ogres, and what appear to be haunted tree stumps, all of which appear in each subsequent biome with barely a reskin to be found. Should you fall in battle to these fearsome foes, the game will prompt you to use coins to save yourself. Except the coins make no sense whatsoever. Once you get past the first few stages, the amount of coins they ask you to use for revival can't possibly be found within a single level. And in the 105 minutes I spent in this game, I never once saw any tally of total coins I'd obtained. I would just have to go to the upgrade screen in the main menu and spend coins upgrading my health and magic until it told me I had insufficient coin, which I had to accept as fact without any way of double checking. The skins menu told me I had to upgrade each of those to level 5 before I could unlock the third skin and its accompanying stat boosts, only to be told I had insufficient coin for that as well. Even though the menu gave zero indication that it would cost any coin at all, let alone how many coin. I mentioned the music a moment ago, and it was a baffling rotation of somewhere between 3 and 5 tracks that would stop and start seemingly at random. Two of the tracks would not have been out of place in Bejeweled, and one of them was inexplicably funky, as if it accidentally stumbled into a knockoff 70s arcade. Or maybe a porno set in a 70s arcade. It's hard to say for certain. The music cutting in and out or fading into a new track at random was especially amusing during boss fights, which did seem to have some semblance of a different music track than the normal levels. I'd be facing down a fearsome witch lady thing with only the beginner sound effects pack to keep me company. The final nail in this incomprehensible coffin is the static environments. No matter where you are, a jungle, a cave, a volcano, or the clouds, I guess, the environment is completely static. This was especially hilarious in the volcano environment, where there would be pools of lava to jump over that may as well have been orange jello for their lack of any movement or flair. When I first saw the reports of a We Have Wukong at Home coming to the Nintendo eShop, some part of me knew I had to buy it just to see how terrible it would be. $8 is a fair price to pay for spreading the word about this utter nonsense. After getting stuck on level 17 of 21 due to my insufficient coin to upgrade anything any further, since there were absolutely no checkpoints to be found either, I figured I'd seen enough. If Neva is the ultimate example of video games as art, Wukong Sun Black Legend is its antithesis. So in summary, don't buy this, and may the rest of your holiday season be filled with sufficient coin to be used on actual entertainment. I'll be seeing you early next year for a very exciting essay about an actually great game. But until then, play what you love and love what you play.